emergency message. Your school is not safe. Please run. This is not a test. This is not a rumor. This is not something you laugh off. Your school has changed. You just haven't noticed yet. They always say school is a place to learn, to grow, to become something greater. But something else is learning too, and it's becoming something much worse. It starts small. It always does. The hallway smells off, not like dust or sweat or bleach. Something sweeter, almost like rotting fruit. Then the water fountains stop working, but they still make noise. You press the button, nothing comes out, but you hear gurgling from inside. Then the announcements start to change. Not the words, the tone. Too calm, too slow, too friendly. One morning you swear the voice on the speaker whispered your name at the end of the pledge, but your friends say they didn't hear anything. That's how it begins. Isolation, doubt. Then the walls start to hum, faintly. At first you think it's your ears, but you press your hand against the tile and feel it. A heartbeat, slow, heavy. Your school isn't just changing, it's alive. At 11:11 a.m., the clocks stop. At 11:12, the windows no longer show what's outside, just fog and shapes moving inside it. If you're in class during this time, don't look up, don't ask questions, don't even breathe loud. One student in room 214 raised their hand and asked why it was so quiet. The teacher turned around too slowly, like someone was winding her up. She blinked once every 10 seconds, then smiled. Not a real smile, the kind you see on mannequins. She said, "There is no silence here, only listening." He laughed, then he screamed, then he was gone. His desk stayed, his backpack stayed, his phone stayed, but his chair was empty for the rest of the year. No one mentioned it again. The stairs don't lead to the same floor anymore. If you take them twice, you'll find a hallway you've never seen. No windows, no signs, just doors. None of them open. Unless you knock. Don't knock. Students have reported hearing footsteps behind them in empty bathrooms. The mirror doesn't show your reflection right away. Sometimes it's delayed, just by a second. Until it's not your reflection anymore. Until it starts doing things you're not doing. One girl said her reflection smiled before she did. She smashed the mirror. The janitor cleaned it up without gloves. She watched him bleeding. He didn't react. That night, she said someone knocked on her bedroom window. She lived on the 3rd floor. If your teacher ever calls your name without blinking, do not answer. If they ask a question and no one responds, and they just keep staring, do not break the silence. They feed on attention. They need acknowledgement to latch onto you. If you ignore them, they might lose interest. If you look them in the eyes, they'll remember you forever. Some teachers have started repeating the same sentence over and over. "I'm so proud of you." Even when no one's done anything, they say it in that same flat voice, like a robot mimicking emotion. One teacher walked into an empty classroom and set it to a wall for 3 hours straight. Security footage showed nothing unusual, except her shadow wasn't facing the right way. The school nurse is not the same woman anymore. Her name tag says Rebecca, but her eyes are too dark, too wide, like they're drawn on. She gives out bandages before you ask, says your name before you speak, tells you about a scrape you haven't gotten yet. One kid went in for a headache and came back with stitches behind his ears. He didn't remember getting them. He says they hum when he's asleep. The loudspeaker sometimes clicks on after hours. No voice, just breathing. Long, wet breaths. Like something too large for the room it's in. Some students said they heard laughter between the static. One said it sounded like the principal but reversed. They followed the sound to the AV closet. Inside was just a desk with a CRT TV playing static. But it reflected everyone in the room, except the person who opened the door. The school bus has been arriving early. No driver, no headlights, no sound. It waits exactly 2 minutes, then leaves. One freshman got on. They found her phone on the last seat. Screen cracked. Still recording. The last frame. A smiling teacher in the driver's mirror. But her mouth wrong side of her face. Final signs, if you feel like someone is walking next to you, but you're alone. If you find a hall pass with your name on it but don't remember receiving it. If you see a figure standing at the end of the hallway and you blink and it's closer, run. Don't go to the counselor. Don't go to the front office. They're part of it. They've always been part of it. You must escape. You must exit the building before sunset. Because once the light fades, the door's locked from the outside. They don't want to keep intruders out. They want to keep you in. After dark, the floor plans change. The gym becomes a maze. The cafeteria serves nothing but static. And the library whispers in languages you don't know, but somehow understand. If you see your teacher outside school grounds, don't wave, don't speak, don't even acknowledge them. They're not supposed to be there. One student waved at their math teacher at a gas station. The teacher smiled, didn't blink, said, "I was waiting for you to remember." That student was gone the next day, locker cleaned out, name removed from attendance.